City Commissioners, of course we're at the same thing again, and I just have a few thoughts on the taxes, and I know that Commissioner Longoria said something about not raising taxes, where you're just kind of promising and thinking out loud, and I'm sure nobody wants to raise any taxes. I'm sure that nobody's really happy about it, but we seem to go around and around the issue. And there are things that we can do on this side of the spectrum to bring down, like Mr. Uresti says, the costs. And I think that's one thing that we need to do, is really look at the cost. If it's not working, please don't keep it. It doesn't need to stay. If it's not giving you revenue, then sell it or lease it. Why do we always have to stick to the same guns? We can do better, like I said. It's hard to make decisions. It's very hard. I mean, personal decisions are very hard to make, and city decisions are very hard to make. But you know what? It's the same circle. We go through this all the time. You have to increase your revenues, okay? Or you have to see how you can downsize. You need to downsize. And I'm not in control. I'm not here in your positions, but I certainly think that something needs to be more comprehensive. We're not expanding our city government. We need to do something to control it and keep it under tabs, and that's not happening. I see certificates of obligations twice in you've only been in office, what, 3 months? I see more people talking more about bonds. What is this? Because we cannot be concise. We need to know where the problem is and quit going around in circles. Poor Mr. Gonzalez is tired of, throwing out ideas. And we as the public, we're tired of hearing, hey, let's do this and let's do that. But if it goes to deaf ears, we can't do anything about it. We don't like to be a burden on anybody's back, but this is our town. We live here. We raised our families here. We want to stay here. Everybody says, you need to leave because of the, you know what? Only the people that have no gumption leave. People that have something within them say, you know what? We need to work together. We can do it. I keep saying it, and I'll say it until somebody's really tired of hearing it. But you know what? Really piling more debt upon more debt, and without looking at what can we do now to curb it? What can we do now to cauterize it and stop the bleeding? We need to stop the bleeding. This is affecting everybody. Barrera, me, you, and everybody that sits on this panel. It's affecting the children. Us, the future generation, I mean the children themselves, because, hey, there's less revenue coming in. And what about promoting jobs? Where's the jobs? I keep saying the same thing. Where are the jobs? Where are we moving towards this? I hear another faction saying, we don't want to bring jobs that don't create a lot of money. You know what? Money or no money, something is something, and it puts food on the table. But when I hear tax increase and I hear more tax increase, you know what I think of? People are going to lose their homes. That hurts. I don't know about you all. I don't know if you all have 6-figure incomes or 7-figure incomes, but what I see is people are going to lose their homes. And you know what? It's a shame when people can't sit down and say, what can we do about this? Because we're just, so high above the thinking of the common man. The common man is really hurting, and that's all I have to say. And I'm sure you're tired of listening to it, but this doesn't stop. It's a runaround and a runaround because we don't cauterize the bleeding. We need to stop the bleeding. And if you're here and if you're sitting on a seat, it's because we expect you to do something to help this city. And with all due respect, some of you were just elected. Some of you, have been here for a while. But we really need your help. And working with Mr. Gonzalez or doing something, to help out or whatever it takes, I think that we can do a better job, and we hope we can work together. Thank you.
We will do that. Thank you, Letty. Do I hear any other further?